Ah, yes. How refreshing it is to be a Bills fan in 2019. We are 4-1, sitting second place in the AFC East. I mean, what more as a Bills fan could we be asking for at this point? I mean, we're doing so well, am I right? Now, yes, the answer is yes. I am right. Everything is going pretty well. Everything has gone our way so far to get to 4-1. And that's just the facts. A lot of things have gone our way. And me complaining and me being worried are two different things. And with the Bills right now, I am not complaining. I am simply worried. We have won 4 games out of 5 so far in the 2019 season, 4 of which have been against probably teams in the bottom third of the league. And they are what we call trash. Now, week 1, if I recall correctly, we were losing pretty much damn near the whole game to a pretty bad Jets team, if I do say so myself. And finally, in the fourth quarter, C.J. Mosley gets injured. He pulls his groin, and all of a sudden, Brian Daboll's like, oh, maybe Devin Singletary is a good running back. And he puts him on the field, and Devin Singletary basically wins us that game. And we win by a point. So that was our first week of a very bad offense, to say the least. Then week 2 came. I mean, there wasn't really much for me to complain about week 2. We beat the Giants, not easily, but we beat them, and it was a good win. I mean, it wasn't too close. It wasn't, like, out of hand or anything, but it was a good game. Then comes week 3. I happened to be in attendance for this game against the Bengals, and let me tell you, that was the ugliest display of offense that we had put up throughout the 2019 season up to that point. And I think no. It was not the worst offensive display of the season yet. But up to that point, it most certainly was. On screen here, I put the box score of the Bengals versus Bills game in week 3. As you can see, Buffalo 8, 6, and then 0. So we shut out the Cincinnati Bengals in quarter 1 and quarter 2. We put up 14 points. And then we kind of just stopped, and we let the Cincinnati Bengals just kind of hang around in the game, like just relax, just let them just kind of hang there. And then finally in the third quarter, they scored, and we're like, oh, okay, that's cool. So we're just going to answer, right? We're just going to, answer the call and score again so they can't come within reach. Oh, but that's not what happened at all. The Bengals came out in the fourth quarter and actually played offense, and the defense actually kind of struggled a little bit, which this is probably the only time we've seen them actually struggle, because they definitely did not struggle against the Patriots, and don't get me started with that. But anyway, staying on topic with this game, they struggled a little bit, and the offense needed to make a play. And luckily, after not making a play for almost a quarter and a half, we finally put points up. And then it comes down to the last drive where the defense has to bail out the offense again, where Trey White picks off Andy Dalton on a tip pass when they were almost just outside the red zone. Now, if I remember correctly, this might not be exactly correct, but I think we scored on our final possession of the game, excluding if we had the ball at the end of the game to kneel it or whatever. That doesn't count. But our final actual possession where we had to absolutely score to get the lead back. That was the only time we were able to put up points in the fourth quarter. Now, like I said, we won the game, but it's very not good that we are letting teams like the Cincinnati Bengals hang around in games that we should be blowing them out. We shouldn't only have 1 touchdown in the second half. We should have been blowing them out. We should have been able to pull that game out of reach for them so they had no chance back in. Why did we let this garbage team just hang around? Andy Dalton couldn't make a pass more than 5 yards downfield. The receivers were fumbling it. The receivers were dropping it. Joe Mixon had nowhere to go, and the offense just couldn't do anything. It just blew my mind. It's like, what are we watching? Like in every other game this season, the defense had to pull their weight a lot more than they should have. The offense should not put the defense in that kind of position where they have to make an absolute stop against a garbage team when the offense could have put the game away a lot earlier. That just shouldn't be how it is. The offense should be able to pull away in games like this, and it concerns me very badly that we let teams like this hang in games when we should be beating them very, very easily. It's concerning to me. And the reason is, as much as I hate to say it, Josh Allen, dude, I mean, you did better this week against the Titans, but I mean, what are you doing? Then comes week 4 against our favorite opponents on the planet. And this is the game I realized that we have a legitimate concern on our hands for this offense here. Now, here in the background, you see Josh Allen making some questionable decisions with the ball downfield. Why he was doing this, I don't know. I don't think anybody does. I think he was just confused, and I think he was nervous, and he was just trying to do it all himself. He was trying to be Superman. And I know that third pick really wasn't a pick, and Zay Jones should have came back and played defense on it, and whatever you may say, but I mean, why is he throwing that in the first place? It's the edge of the field, 3-man coverage. We know what this kid is capable of. We know what he's done, and we've seen what he can do. He's just gotta relax and stop trying to do too much. I think last year he was doing a lot, and it worked for him, and it was miraculous to watch. But now this year he's really trying to do too much, and it's killing us. It's killing our offense. These turnovers, they're just horrible. And even against the Titans in week 5 this past week, we won the game. It was a good win, but we scored 14 damn points. I mean, it's like the Titans are a good defense, but we need more. And the only reason that these picks have happened in the last 2 weeks between the Patriots and the Titans is because those were the only two defenses that were good enough so far that to actually be able to capitalize on the stupid throws Allen has been making. I saw Allen make a double coverage throw to John Brown against Cincinnati, and the stupid safety dropped it. It was right in his hands, and he jumped on his back and dropped it. Like that, it was such a bad throw in double coverage. He's just lucky. He's so lucky that Cincinnati's trash, and that's what I'm worried about. Is we are getting away with these decisions because we're facing garbage teams, and when we face good teams, it's gonna come back and bite us in the ass. And with the Titans, it almost did. With the Patriots, it certainly did. We needed the offense to come through against the Patriots, and they didn't. They just couldn't do it. The defense played out of their mind. I mean, what more do you want to stop the Patriots from a defense? And you could say, oh, they won because of the punt block. I don't care. It's like the offense needs to score to win the game. There's nothing else to it. Trust me when I say this, I love Josh Allen. The kid has the ability to be great in this league. He just needs to be smarter with the ball because it's costing us. I mean, if he's smarter, we will win games better and by more, and we will win important, close games even without that little bit of luck. We will win these games. And Josh Allen, you have the pieces around you. The management has done a pretty good job putting those pieces around you. And I am so glad Duke Williams is up there because that's the type of receiver we freaking needed. Instead of we have two decent receivers. The third one has been up in the air, but finally Duke Williams is the type of threat that we have needed. And I think that'll help Josh Allen a lot. And once Devin Singletary comes back, guys will be back after the bye. Hopefully Josh Allen will be the Josh Allen we all know he can be. I think now we just have to wait and see. Our schedule is not hard. It's really not. Our schedule is probably one of the easiest in the league. And by my personal me being biased projections, 11-5 is more than doable. If we win the games we should win. Now we're the Bills, so you always know that doesn't always go the way it should. I know that this bye week is going to help. Josh Allen's going to get his head right. He's going to shake off that hit he took. We're going to have Singletary back. This offense is going to get right. We're going to throttle the Dolphins, and the Eagles are going to be a damn good test to see what this team is made of. It's a great time to be a Bills fan. We're 4-1. We're on top of the world right now. Our defense is playing out of its mind. Dave from Barstool just did a pizza review from the guy that cooks pizzas out of a file cabinet. I mean, what more could you want from this team and from this community? The Bills are bringing a lot of happiness around, but just how I am, I want us to be good. Not because we're lucky. I want us to be good just because we're good. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it makes sense to me. I just want to know that we're good because we are, and not that we're getting lucky breaks or because we're getting carried by our defense. I want us to be a balanced team that can be a legitimate contender. Thank you for watching my little, I'm not going to call it a rant because it's not a rant. It's just, thank you for watching my concern. That's how I'm going to put it. We're going to get right, though. I know we are. Josh Allen's a great quarterback. And we're going to get right. Thank you for watching, though. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Do all that fun-ish or whatever you want to do. But thank you for watching. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. But it's just, I don't want to call it an opinion because it's not an opinion. It's just how the Bills are playing. But we're going to get right. Like I said, we're going to get right. I'm just going to stop talking about it. We're going to be fine. Thank you for watching. And blah.